In this video, we're going to see if we can overcome their nightmare last time out of Bathurst and get back on track. Hey guys, and welcome along to another video. To all you regular viewers of the channel, welcome back. If this is your first time here, on this channel we cover all sorts of GT sport related content, so if this is a bit of you, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you also click that little bell icon next to it as well, so you don't miss a thing. Today's video is the next video in our Beginner to Winner series. This series documents my journey of going from a controller with assists to a wheel without any, and in trying to achieve my ultimate goal of becoming an A+ ranked driver. Make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video to see where I eventually finish and whether I make any progress. So, let's get into it. In today's video, we're going to cover one race around Suzuka. As you can see, we've got 10 laps, we're in Group 2 and we're in the Lexus. As always on the first lap, I'm going to try and be conservative and patient because I don't want to do what this guy in second is just about to do and throw it all away on the first corner. So we qualified in 6th place. We're about 6/10 off pole, which isn't too bad, but the main thing for me is that we were in front of 5 A ranks and 1 S rank. So it goes to show that we're so close to becoming A. We're definitely racing with them now. We just got to get that consistency piece right and we'll definitely get there. Speaking of consistency, I haven't been that consistent at Suzuka. Let's have a look up ahead. The guy in 4th there is all over the place, coming into the Degners here. And for me, I really struggle getting out this hairpin. You guys have seen it all before. The regular viewers of the channel, getting in and out of this corner for me is an absolute nightmare. We did all right there, but I just find I lose so much time coming around this sweeping turn 12 down into the spoon curve, where really I should be up and with them. So we're going to come into the spoon curve here for the first time, pick our braking point. Normally we go down to 3rd, but we're going to stay in 4th for now. Down to 3rd for the second part of it, so we get good traction on the way down the hill. We've done okay, we're about a second behind the guy in 4th place there, and we're starting to get some heat from the fellow Brit in 6th. Actually, I'm in a Brit sandwich at the moment. So coming through 130, you can take that flat, it's fantastic in these cars. Try not to brake too late because you'll end up on that Astro that we've seen us and many other drivers do before, which will just absolutely ruin you, because you don't only lose time there, you lose time all the way down the straight. But that hasn't happened to us, and we've had a relatively okay first lap. Trying to be as brave as I can here coming into the first turn. It still scares me in this car, to be honest with you. It's so good when you get it right. We're going to come through the S's here, be as patient as we can. I'm going to stay in 4th gear for the moment, so I'm trying to save a little bit of fuel to keep me in the race here. It looks like we're catching up to the guy in 4th. Ignore that purple sector there, it's only purple because nobody else has set a time yet. And we have had a good first sector though. Coming here into the Degner, clip that first one, scrub some speed off. Be so careful on the power coming out here, and here we are again, the bit where I struggle. Firstly I struggle getting it stopped. Sometimes I did alright there, and it's just getting on the power too early, the back goes round, get off the grass man, and it looks like we're gonna lose that 5th place to that Brit who was behind us. So I'm going to have a slight change of tack now. This isn't the worst thing in the world. The old me would have tried to chuck it straight up the inside into spoon there and immediately get that place back, but we can use this guy in front to our advantage. As you can see there, I'm short shifting, yet staying with him. He's punching a hole in the air for us, so us short shifting. I'm also, there you go, going to get off the throttle a little bit of coasting there, saving yet more fuel, brake a little bit earlier, coming down to the Casio triangle because I don't want to hit the guy at the backside. And we're just going to sit behind him for the next couple of laps. I'm going to try and put him under a bit of pressure, as ideally he would get out of the way, so I'm going to follow him in the slipstream here and pretend as if I'm going to go down the outside. I'm not going to do it, I'm going to pull out here. This is not the place to overtake at all, but that was actually a bit silly of me. because as you can see the guy in 7th has closed right up. So instead of letting this guy get on with his race, I've actually got him worrying about me, which is losing time for him, which is backing me into the guy behind. So a little lesson for me there: don't be too aggressive and just follow behind him. As long as I'm within a second of him, I'll be benefiting from the slipstream, and you just need to get that balance right of being in the slipstream but not forcing the guy in front to be thinking about you too much. As we come out the second Degner there, we got it right this time. I do have a few issues there. We're going to come down into the hairpin. I talk about not being able to get it stopped. That's the time I can't get it stopped there. I've seen the guy on the inside, so I haven't turned in on him, but we have had a decent run out the hairpin for a change. I just can't make any more mistakes. Whilst we're in a good place in 6th, that consistency has got to be so keen for us. So I'm going to change down to 3rd here because I need to just stay inside this guy's slipstream. I missed the apex slightly coming out the second part of Spoon, and it looks like we're just going to lose the slipstream of the guy in front, whilst having the guy behind us having our slipstream. So that's not played into our hands too well here, but no mistakes for us. That is the main thing. Pick our braking point here. We can use our usual one as we're not in the slipstream, and he's just gone straight on there onto the AstroTurf, as that was the #1 thing we said we shouldn't do. He's gone ahead and done that and lost an absolute shed load of time, just like I said we would if we were to get that wrong. But crossing the line to start lap number 4, we're still a place up from where we started. We're doing an okay job with the fuel. Oh, we got that corner right there, that was good. You've got to play it so cool, you can't end up, we'll get a bit of a wriggle on out the corner there. You just can't risk going on that AstroTurf. Just like the Casio triangle, you've got to attack it, but you can't go too deep. So there's an element of attacking it, but attacking it too much. I hope that makes sense. So we're getting some serious pressure now from the guy behind the 6th. To be honest, we're only, well, we've got this lap and then the next lap and then we're coming in. So if he decides to make a move on us, I'm not going to be too worried and fight it too much. Here we go. Is he going to come down the outside? As you can see, I'm still short shifting to save that fuel. If he wants to go around the outside of me, that's absolutely fine. I'll take it a little bit tighter to give him some room, and yep, he's made the move there. I could have stopped it. I could have gone really deep down into that hairpin, but there's just no point. Learning from the issue that I had before about holding us both up, if I was to do that and fight it, all that would happen is that Brit who went off earlier is going to catch up with us, and then it's just no good for anybody, and then in turn I'm going to be under pressure and I'm going to start making mistakes. So I'm absolutely fine with that. We're just going to sit in this slipstream for as long as we can. As you can see, I've been short shifting, save that fuel, and just hopefully we can jump him in the pit stops. Now I've braked way too deep here. We've just saved it from going on the AstroTurf. That would have been absolutely disastrous, but as you can see, we've lost an absolute shed load of time to the guy in front, and definitely out of his slipstream now, which is not what we wanted as we start our in lap. Now there's a massive temptation here to absolutely hoon it and try and get back into that slipstream and catch up with him, but we've just got to be careful. Just, it could, as we saw, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys up ahead, and we're doing okay with the fuel at the moment. So whilst they're ahead on track, we're going to have a much shorter pit stop than them, I believe anyway, looking at the way certainly the guy in front has been driving, which will bring us straight into play as we short fill, having benefited from the fuel we have saved. So coming into the Degners here, and have a look ahead, the guy in 5th has just got it all wrong. I'm distracted myself, I get in the power too early with those worn tyres. I end up myself in the wall as well, not good at all. We're going to lose a bunch of time and a place into 6th here. Although he's got a penalty, we've still lost the place, and we've got a couple of guys behind us now as well. The guy in 7th is the guy who lost it a moment ago, and behind him is that Brit who went onto the AstroTurf earlier on. Now I'm going to take this opportunity to address some people who have been saying that they want to see the whole race. So that's absolutely fine. You'll notice there's been no cutscenes in this one. and this is because I'm going to split the races now into two parts. One, because people are asking for the full race, and two, it means that I don't have to condense it. I can speak throughout, and rather than giving you one condensed video, I can give you two full 10-minute videos. So as we come through 130R, we just put our right rear onto the curb there, and the guy behind us just outbrakes himself massively, giving himself a huge penalty. But at the end of this stint of the race, as we drive into the pits, we come in 6th. And that, guys, is going to be the end of this part of the video. If you want to see how I get on and how the race concludes, make sure you tune in tomorrow, where that video will be dropping. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching again, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.